Joining me from Los Angeles is filmmaker and commentator Ami Horowitz. From the outside, this is looking really bad, okay? You've got, tyrants abroad. You've got, in China, President Xi jails his opponents, right? Accuses them of corruption, puts them in jail. In Russia, the tyrant there, President Putin, he's got his main opposition leader, Navalny, he's got him in jail, right? Now in America, you've got the Democrats under President Biden trying to get their big rival, Donald Trump, in jail as well. I tell you what, from the outside, this is looking so ugly. How stupid is this latest attempt to charge him?
I mean, it is so stupid. I mean, you had the entire left-wing press up in arms saying, Trump said he wants people to protest. Threat to democracy. What's a bigger threat to democracy, the legal right to protest or a political prosecution that's eerily similar to the countries you just mentioned? No, it is also bizarre from the inside, not just from the outside. It's total lunacy.
Well, the thing here is something about that prosecutor that doesn't pass my smell test, right? The one that's trying to get him charged over the Stormy Daniels payoff, right? And even Trump's main rival for the Republican nomination in the next presidential election, that's Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, had to kind of come out and defend Trump by attacking that very prosecutor trying to charge him. Here he is.
The Manhattan District Attorney is a Soros-funded prosecutor. That's an example of pursuing a political agenda and weaponizing the office.
He's talking there about Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg there, Army, who is indeed funded by the left-wing billionaire George Soros. What is going on there?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Alvin Bragg is one of the softest prosecutors in this country. Yes, he's one of the many left-wing prosecutors that Soros has funded. And by the way, Soros has every right to fund a prosecutor. The people on the right do it too. I don't hold that against them. But it does highlight the fact of where Alvin Bragg is coming from. He is ironically one of the softest DAs in the country. Yet he is prosecuting Donald Trump on something so specious, so legally specious, that even the New York Times said that they didn't think it was going to hold muster. It's so specious that no federal agency, and they all looked into it, decided to prosecute. They all declined to prosecute Donald Trump. This is a purely political prosecution. They even got me to defend Donald Trump on this thing. That's how ridiculous the whole thing is. So yeah, it's nuts that he's focusing on Donald Trump. But the truth is, look, this whole political prosecution thing, the quiet part was said out loud by Letitia James, the general attorney of the state of New York, when she said, we will find something to prosecute Donald Trump on. Okay? When you say that, that gives the whole game away. They're not looking for real legalese, for a real legal prosecution. They're looking for a political prosecution. That's exactly what we have here.
Yeah, but it's funny. I mean, you skipped over it quite. They're entitled to be funded. But from an Australian point of view, to me, it's just so weird to think that a district attorney, right, who's the top legal official of that particular, of Manhattan, is actually getting $1 million US from a billionaire with a very definite political agenda, is, very much of the left. I mean, golly gosh, how can you have faith in a prosecution where it's funded by a guy that really does want Donald Trump gone? I mean, that stinks.
Look, this is how our system works. Money is considered free speech in the United States. But what it does do, if you're going to accept the money from a guy like George Soros, then everything you do from then on will be looked upon as being a Soros. You're a Soros idealist. You are somebody who agrees with Soros' agenda of reshaping the United States in a left-wing image. Not only does George Soros believe that, his prosecutors, Alvin Bragg being among them, is actually bringing that to fruition. These are, what happened to me last week in New York? This is what we're seeing it wasn't that I happened to be there. This is what's happening all across New York. There's crime going everywhere. He will not prosecute crime. He will not prosecute. Murderers are getting out of jail without bail. Yet, they feel it important enough to prosecute Trump on something so So ridiculous. Look, I don't know how to express how crazy it is. I mean, we have had examples of other people. John Edwards, who's running for president, he paid off a woman he had sex with, got her pregnant. He paid her $1 million. They didn't prosecute him. Okay, this has been done. This kind of action has been done before, and they've always declined to prosecute. This is purely political, baldly political.
Well, Ami Horowitz, as a filmmaker known for doing satire, I'm telling you, mate, the reality is blowing you out of the water. I'd move from America. You can't top what's going on there. Thank you so much indeed for your time.